I want you to think about your best project from last year. The one that really made money. The one you actually enjoyed working on. Where'd it come from? I bet it wasn't from a Google ad, wasn't from a Facebook, wasn't from a lead service. It came from a relationship, from someone who you trusted, from a connection that valued your work. Yet here we are spending thousands every month on ads, on lead services, on hoping, chasing hundreds of leads, when our best business has always come from relationships. Just because you can chase more leads doesn't mean you should. Let's be honest for a second. Whether you're running Google ads, buying leads from services, or posting on Facebook, it all leads to the same place. Out of every 100 leads, 8 might book an estimate, 2 might turn into a job, after spending thousands, after countless hours of chasing, after all that work. Meanwhile, the most successful contractors, they're sitting down with 5 serious people. Property managers, business owners, decision makers, building real relationships, creating real trust, and landing real projects. You don't need more leads. You need to be in the right room with the right person at the right time. Because here's the truth. The best businesses don't come from leads. It comes from relationships, from people who trust you, from connections that last. Let me tell you about Mike. 3 crews to keep busy, quality work that spoke for itself, but he was stuck in the same trap. Every morning, the same routine. He'd check the ads, check the leads, and race to respond, and hope to win, spending thousands just to stay busy. His crews were working, but his business wasn't growing. It was just spinning. And then one day, he looked at his best clients, the ones who sent him the work again and again, the ones who never asked about price. And he noticed something. None of them came from leads. None of them came from ads. They all came from relationships. That was his aha moment. While everyone else was focused on cost per lead, trying to lower their ad spend and racing to respond first, the real opportunity was sitting right there, in relationships, in connections, in trust. Think about it. When a property manager needs to work done, and when a builder needs a reliable contractor, when a high-end homeowner wants quality, do they go to Google? Do they fill out forms on a lead site? Or do they wait? Do they wait for the lowest bid? No, they call someone they trust, someone who's proven themselves, and someone who delivers value. Just because you can keep playing the lead game, it doesn't mean you should. Here's what Mike did. Instead of chasing 100 leads, he sat down with 5 people who could actually send him work. Property managers, custom home builders, commercial real estate owners, high-end residential designers. No competing on price, no racing other contractors, and no wasting time on tire kickers. Just real conversations with real decision makers about real projects. The transformation wasn't about revenue, it was about taking back control of his time, of his business, of his future. Spring's coming, tax returns are hitting, and property managers are planning projects. Homeowners are ready to invest. The only question is, will you be stuck chasing leads, or will you be sitting down with the people who actually hand out the work? Because here's the truth. The best jobs don't come from leads. They never did. They come from relationships, from trust, from being in the right room. When you're the only landscaper in that room, when you're building real relationships, when you're creating actual trust, everything changes. Your calendar becomes more predictable. Your projects more profitable. Your stress level goes way down. No more morning panic, no more racing to respond, and no more competing on price. Just steady work from people who value what you do, who respect your craft, and who send you more jobs. Think about where you'll be. 3 months from now, when you built these relationships, when you've established this trust, and when you're the go-to contractor for the right kind of work. Here's what this means for you. 5 guaranteed meetings every single month with people who can actually send you work. No competing on price, no racing to respond, and no wasted estimates. Think about that. 5 meetings with property managers, 5 meetings with decision makers, 5 opportunities to build real relationships. While you're in competition, while your competition keeps chasing leads, keeps paying for clicks, and keeps hoping for callbacks, you're sitting down building connections, creating trust, and securing real opportunities. Now, you might be thinking, what if these meetings aren't qualified? What if they're not serious? What if they're just tire kickers? Well, let me be clear. If the people we schedule aren't exactly who you want to meet, they're not decision makers who you need, we keep working. We keep adjusting until you're sitting in front of exactly the right people you want to do business with. Because here's the truth. When you're closing those deals, when you're landing these projects, you're going to want more. That's just how it works. You win, we win, your customers win, everyone wins. Think about where you'll be 3 months from now with 15 guaranteed meetings later, with real decision makers, with qualified prospects, with actual opportunities. No more lead notifications, no more racing to respond, no more competing on price, no more wasted time. Just real meetings, real relationships, and real growth. The question is, are you ready to stop chasing and start choosing? Your competition is still racing to respond, still competing on price, still hoping for callbacks. While you could be sitting down with 5 qualified prospects every single month, building real relationships, closing real deals, and growing real revenue. The best contractors don't chase opportunities, they create them. I can get you to the table, but it's up to you. What do you do when you get there? Look at where you are right now. Look at where you want to be. There's a gap between those 2 places. Just because you can keep doing what you've always done, doesn't mean you should. If you're ready to transform your business, if you're ready to stop chasing and start choosing, if you're ready for guaranteed meetings with qualified prospects, like this video, subscribe for more landscaper strategies, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video on building a premium landscaping business. Drop a comment below if you're done with lead services. Share this with a landscaper who needs to hear this. Click the link in the description to learn more about guaranteed meetings. Your future self will thank you.